Hey everyone, we're backstage here with David Cook. I mean, come on, man, this is like a reunion all over again. But you've been back since then. But how does this feel different being the last season?
I think it's there's an extra tinge of nostalgia kind of permeating the building. I'm so happy to be back and so glad we got to be a part of it. But I caught myself kind of looking around a little bit while we're performing, just taking mental snapshots since this is the last time I'm going to be on that stage.
Well, was there any one moment that when you came back you thought of, or there's something that kind of tingled, or just some moment that you kind of had being back here that you don't have when you're not on stage?
I don't think you catch any one moment. I think for me it was just you catch. It was the mundane things that kept jumping out to me, hanging out on the third floor waiting for them to bring us down to start the show, or sitting in a dressing room, going through the motions, doing vocal warm-ups, that kind of stuff, and you just think oh yeah, I was doing this 8 years ago and I didn't have gray in my beard. It's just those little moments that kind of you get a little deja vu.
Speaking of moments, everyone remembers your moment because obviously, there's two Davids and Ryan was and the winner is David. And then a lot of people, Devo kind of cut it off. I mean, how many people did you know basically told you that they basically passed out and died because they didn't know who won?
I have learned quite a bit that at least in 2008, TiVo was fairly popular. But man, I think you hear those stories so often, and I think what I try to take away from more than anything is that represents just kind of how much of a reach this show had. That so many people were invested enough that they feel like it's an important story to tell me that we didn't know. But I love that, man. I love what Idol represented. I love what it represents. It's an opportunity, to make somebody's dream come true, to go out and make music for a living. I mean, that's what it's all about.
Do you and your season keep in contact, David, any of the other members? I know you guys are all busy and it's hard, but you guys still...
Yeah, we try to cross paths as much as we can and catch up. I just talked to Ramiel from my season whenever I swung through Florida on tour, and I talk to Archie every now and again. So we were actually, our season was a pretty close-knit group. So.
Lastly, tell us what's next for you musically, what you're focusing on right now, and what you want people to support.
Well, right now I'm prepping for the finale in a couple weeks, and then writing a new record, and I go back out on the road on an Air Force tour around the States in May. I'm doing my annual Race for Hope in D.C. with ABC Squared cancer charity, and then playing shows and writing music.
All right, man. Well, it's good to see you back. One of the winners of this show, American Idol, David Cook, of course, back here. 2008. It's a long time ago.
Just long enough. Yeah.
All right, David Cook at Idol.